Welcome to Programming and Problem Solving using Python. This is Rishikesh. From this session, we are going to start conditional branching statements in Python. Today, we will start with if statement. There are actually four different types of conditional branching statements in Python. First one is if statement, then if else statement, nested if else statement, and if else statement. But for today's session, we will start if statement. If statement is used to test particular condition. It tests a single condition, then depending on whether that condition is true or false, a particular block of code is executed. Here you can see the syntax for if statement. We use this if keyword, then the condition. We can have multiple conditions here. For that purpose we can use the operators like and, or, and the conditions can be of comparison operators. So using comparison operators we can write conditions, and if we have many conditions to check, then we can use and or operator between those conditions. After writing the condition we give colon, and the block that should be executed, the block of code that should be executed after if the condition is true, we write that particular block of code under the indentation. So this yellow block represent the indentation. What is indentation we will see later on in a detail. Let us simply understand, to separate a line of code that should be executed under this if statement is separated by indentation, or using indentation it is structured. So in this example you can see we have a if keyword, then a condition. So here if a is less than 10 it is a condition, then we are using colon and then print statement. So if this condition is true, then we are going to execute this statement, that is print less than 10. This is how we write if statement. Now let us understand the flowchart for if statement. So we have a condition for if statement. Okay. Then if that condition is true, then we execute some statements under the if block. So we called these statements as if block statements that should be executed when the condition is true. Then we have another option, that if the condition is false. So if condition is false we do nothing, we simply goes to the rest of the code. So this is the flowchart. Now let us understand what is indentation. Before moving to the actual code we should understand what is indentation. So in conditional branching statements, indentation plays an important role in Python. Every block under each statement or each conditional statement is separated by indentation. Leading white space at the beginning of logical line is called as indentation. Python program gets structured through indentation. So any block is not under indentation, it is the main part of that program. But when we write some block of code under the indentation, that falls in particular case, that falls in particular conditional statement. So this is the main use of indentation. So some statements with same indentation belongs to the same block of code. This is very important. If we have same indentation, suppose we write a simple program, then we have zero indentation, so that particular code comes under the same block of code. But if we have given a one space indentation, then that particular code goes under the separate block. If we have given two space indentation, then that particular code goes under the second block of code. So this is how indentation works for same or different block of codes. Next one is nested blocks needs more deep indentation. So how we write nested block if else statement we will see later, and in those sessions we will see how deep indentation works. So here is the example of indentation, you can have a look at it. Here I have opened a Python script mode, I have created a file. So here we can write some code and we will see how if block works and how we can use if block statements. Suppose create a variable, I am giving that variable as name num. Okay, Now I want that variable should store the value of type int. So I am using this type converter function int. Then I also want that user should give that value to us. So we are trying to input that value from user. So I am also using or calling this input function. Now to understand what to input, we are simply giving some prompt that enter a integer value. Okay. Second thing I want to do is that I want to check if that particular number is greater than 0 or less than 0. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to use here if statement. Okay, so I am using this if keyword, then condition. So what should be the condition here? Think over it. I am trying to isolate a value, or I am trying to print a message that if that value is greater than 0, then print something. Then how we can write that particular line of code? So if num is greater than 0, so here comes our condition. If num is greater than 0, then do this. So what to do? We can write under the indentation. So this is our condition. After this if keyword, we have this condition, that is num is greater than 0. If num is greater than 0, then do some work. So what work this should do, we are going to write it. But after this condition, we are using this colon also. Okay, remember that thing. After this line, we have given some indentation. Python automatically gives the indentation for us. Now I can write the statement that should be executed if the condition is true. So I want to print that value is positive. Okay, now we are done with our 3 lines of code, and we are taking the input and then printing whether that value is positive or not. Okay, we are not considering the other conditions. We will see how we can consider those conditions, but if the value is greater than 0, then it should give the answer as value is positive, or it should return the statement that value is positive. Now let us save this program and run. So it is asking for the input. So now we will give input as 10. Okay, after hitting the enter, you can see that it prints the statement that value is positive. Great work. Now if we want to add another condition, we can add this condition here also. So we can use this AND operator, and we can say that if value is positive and value is greater than 10, then print this message. So we are going to change this message now. We can say value is positive and greater than 10. Okay, so this message we are giving here, that if value is positive and value is greater than 10, then do this task. Okay, so let us save this and run this. So again it is asking for the value. Let us give the value as 11. Okay, which is positive and of course greater than 10. So now it is printing value is positive and greater than 10. Now what if user enters the value which is less than 10 or negative? Then what will happen? So let us check. So again I'm going to run this program, and now we will give the value as 0. Okay, so I am simply entering 0 and hitting the enter. So nothing is happening. You can see that it is doing nothing because we have given only a single condition. Okay, just check this condition, and if this true, then print this statement. But whenever the condition goes false, we are not telling what to do. So our Python is not coming with a ready-made solution for the false condition. We should specify what it should do when the condition is false. So we will see later how we can go with the false condition and how we can handle the false condition. But for now, we can use another if statement. Okay, and in another if statement, we can simply write if num is less than 0. So this is for negative value. So this condition implies for the negative value that if num is less than 0, then do this. So what to do? Simply print the message that value is negative. Okay, now save this program and run it again. So now it is asking for the integer value, so I am giving this -5. Okay, and hitting the enter, it is returning that value is negative. Now here you can see that when we have value greater than 0, that is positive, and value greater than 10, then only this part will be considered. Okay, but if we have a negative value, then this part will not be considered at all. Python will move ahead to the next line to see what is the next line. So this is how this block is given here, that if this true, then only this block will be executed. Otherwise the condition goes false, then the rest of the code will be executed. Okay, so if we have this line of code and it is true, then only this line will be executed. If this condition goes false, then we will move towards the next line of code. Here in next line we have another if statement. This goes false, then we'll end up with the program because we don't have extra line. Okay, but if this condition is true, then it will print that value is negative. So this is for the if statement. I hope you understood how if statement works. So this is for today's session. Stay connected till the end of the course. Thank you.